I'm originally from Congo, and we moved here when I was 8 years old, so I'm predominantly Irish. I've grown up here since I was 8, so everything I know is practically Irish.
As a diasporan coming to Ireland,
Yeah.
so how has Ireland helped you in your journey?
It's helped me in a lot of ways, the basic ways you look at education, but the best way I've benefited from Ireland is in terms of integration and learning from the different cultures. When I came here from Congo, it's predominantly everybody's Congolese. And I moved here quite young, but when we moved here, a lot of my friends were Irish. I'm integrating with Nigerian people of different countries.
And how has the pandemic impacted you about your mental health?
Yeah, heavily in the first couple of months, because prior to the pandemic happening, I was struggling a bit with my own mental health. I was going to counseling. I was getting counseling just over underlying issues that I didn't deal with growing up. I think what people don't understand is when you come from somewhere like Africa and you make a transition, it does have an effect on you. Growing up here, when you're growing up as a kid, it was quite fun because as a kid you don't pay attention to a lot of things. So, but when I got to the age of like 17, 16, 17, that's when the reality hit me of life, making a decision on what you're going to do in college, about your future. And like a lot of young people, I didn't know what I wanted to do. And I was confused about a lot of it. I went to college for 1 year and I dropped out. Changes in family situations, home circumstances, finances, put me in a position where I was heavily depressed when I turned 18. Just a lot of life changes happened very quickly for me. And so I was confused. And that confusion led me to, I'd say, on the brink of suicide. Just because we grow up in a perspective, in a persona that as a man, you have to be strong, you have to be tough, you have to be all of these things. I'm very spiritual, so God kept me in it to show me that there's more down the line for me. And I just had to keep and maintain that belief. It wasn't easy, but it was just a voice in the back of my head that I needed to hear at the time. The pressure that I was feeling wasn't from things that I was aware of. I was feeling the pressure of society. I was feeling the pressure of what it means to be a man. And also my mom was going through difficult times then, financially and things like that. So I was thinking about her. As I've grown up, those other loads, I do feel it a lot more now. I feel a lot more pressure in terms of being able to provide for people, in terms of being able to create different things and to be successful so that you can help your family and you can help other people. For young people, especially, every single one of them is powerful. For me, every single person is powerful. Every single person can be incredibly successful. It doesn't matter where you are or where you want to get to. Nobody knows exactly your capabilities. And it's just a shame that we live in a world that doesn't teach us often about our capabilities. So for me, one of the biggest values is I want to create a lifestyle that I'm happy with. And it's possible. Anybody can create the type of life that they want. And that's the way I go about it now. It's hard work, but the road that is hard leads to the most rewards. So we just have to work hard. You go through tough times. Tough times are natural parts of life that make you stronger. And a business doesn't have to be the biggest thing in the world or any idea that you want to create to make money. It can be something small. It can be something you like. I like speaking, so I was thinking, how can I turn my speaking into something that will make revenue?
Can you walk us through the journey for young entrepreneurs, how you started? Because some people, they may want to start and they don't know how to start. And since you have been through depression and people may be struggling as well with depression, how can they be able to engineer their depression into doing something useful like you did yourself, as we can see?
See, my journey growing up here, it was a little bit different because when I got into entrepreneurship, I was 21 when I got my first job. One of the most important routines, I always say to people, is your morning routine. The morning routine is the most important thing you can possibly have. Like the first 20 minutes that you wake up, what you listen to, what you see, what you read is going to impact your mind the strongest. For the young people, if the young people are the future of this country, if we equip them with the right visions, the right skills, they'll go and do amazing things down the line. Because just as I was a young person once at one stage, and I just learned certain skills that's helping me to grow. But my biggest dream is to make an impact in this world in a major, major way and change a lot of people's lives and impact people in a positive way. The main lessons people can take from my experience is you don't need to be special to make an impact. You don't need, like, your talents can come out at different stages. So when you're failing early in life, it means nothing. Like, you can fail 25 years of your life and still turn it around in the next 25 to 30, 40, 50, 60. So anybody watching this, like, if you're going through tough times, struggling with depression, keep fighting on. Seek support, and this is an important thing. I sought support. Now I have a great support system. I've got friends that I can call late at night, 2 o'clock. I'm struggling. I've got, you know what I mean? I'm having bad days. Have that support, but at the same time, build inner strength. Like, you've been strong, but you have to keep going. You have to be stronger.